This is what real safety looks like. Even when a brutal snowstorm is raging outside and the cold is absolutely savage, the guy can still chill inside, cooking up a steak and living easy. The walls, stacked with hundreds of heavy stones, block out the freezing mountain winds like a beast. And thanks to that warm, solid fireplace, winter doesn't stand a chance against him anymore. Martin's old shelter always left his back freezing at night. After taking advice from viewers, he decided to scrap it and build a real stone house, not just upgrading the look, but also making the living space way bigger. He starts by clearing out the weeds, leveling the ground, then hauling stones from nearby. Following the marked layout, he begins stacking the walls around the edges. Once the base structure is done, Martin's main grind is collecting even more stone, raising the walls higher and higher. When he runs into massive rocks, he cracks them down with the chisel, making the surfaces flatter so everything fits clean and tight, locking the walls in solid. After the walls hit the perfect height, he uses leftover stone to build a fireplace along one side of the wall, making sure smoke can flow out smoothly. He digs up some soil nearby, grabs a bucket of water from the stream, mixes in dry grass for extra grip, keeps blending it, whipping up his homemade No. 42 concrete. He spreads the clay evenly over the fireplace, slowly stacking it into a chimney that runs outside. And once lit, the airflow works like a charm. With that done, Martin brings in straight logs, planting them on both sides of the doorway to form the frame. Then he props supports on the back wall, builds the roof skeleton, and starts laying wooden boards on top. A waterproof tarp goes over everything, stones lined around the edges to lock it down. To boost insulation, he gathers dry grass, spreads it evenly across the roof, then covers it with soil, keeping the heat in and blending the roof into the wild landscape. After that, he installs the door, drills holes into the frame, cuts wire into loops, fixing one end to the frame, the other to the door, giving it a smooth open and close setup. Back inside, he builds a bed for daily rest, a 6-foot single bed, more than enough for one guy. To block the icy mountain wind, he mixes more clay outside, sealing every roof joint tight. He doesn't miss the gaps around the door either. Back inside again, using the light, he fills every crack between the stones. Thinking ahead, Martin grabs extra stones, lays them flat at the entrance, turning it into a small front yard. When Martin returns to the forest later, snow is already falling from the sky. The stone house looks untouched, standing quiet in the woods, just like he left it. This time, he shows up with a fully loaded backpack, planning to stay for a few days, enjoying pure peace and silence. By the next morning, the snow hasn't let up. It's dumping even harder. A thick layer blankets the ground, trees bending under the weight. As soon as Martin wakes up, he clears the snow piled at the door. Then he grabs a handsaw and heads deep into the woods, picking tall, solid trees, cutting them down for fireplace wood. Once his body warms up, he pulls out a steak from his pack, seasons it with salt and spices, and throws it on the pan. While it's cooking, he slices up cucumbers and tomatoes on the side. When the steak's crispy outside and juicy inside, he cuts it into chunks, pairs it with bread and fresh veggies, and boom, dinner's ready. After eating, Martin straightens up the bed, crawls into the warm blankets, listening to the crackle of the fire, and drifts off fast.